To read from Srimad Bhagavatam, here on Canto 9, Chapter 10. Does anyone remember what we read yesterday? And we were hearing about how Mandodari was telling Ravan, that Mother Sita is so powerful, and how you have insulted her because of her curse. Now you are reduced to nothing. Now you have to go to the hells. Body is fit to be eaten by vultures. And so she was a very chaste woman. So she understood. She knew that. So, and then Lord Ramachandra, he tells Vibhishan, no, you do the final funeral rites of all your relatives so that at least they don't go to hellish planets, they don't get hellish lives. So Vibhishan did the funeral under the instructions of Lord Ram. And then how Lord Ram is coming back to Ayodhya and everybody's so happy. He's going in a flower airplane. Sita Devi, there's Hanuman, there's Lakshman going with him. And then how all the citizens are coming to receive them. How Lord Brahma is also offering prayers to him. And then how Bharat, he's come to receive Lord Ramachandra with a royal procession. Very festive. So many different, like all the citizens, the respectable citizens are there. There's music. There are the brahmanas chanting the mantras. All auspicious items are being used. So many jewels. Precious stones are being used. There's the prostitutes also coming out to visit Lord Ram, to greet Lord Ram, and then Bharat Maharaj, he's coming with the shoes of Lord Ram on his head. So then we are gonna continue reading. Today we are reading text 39 to 40. Paduke Nyasya Purataha Anjalir Bashbalochanaha Tam Ashlisya Chiram Durbhyam Snapaya Netra Jale Ramo Lakshmana Sita Bhyam Viprebhyo Ye Rita Sattamaha Tebhya Swayam Namaschakre Prajabhischa Namaskritah. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. After offering the wooden shoes before Lord Ramachandra, Lord Bharat stood with folded hands, his eyes full of tears, and Lord Ramachandra bathed Bharat with tears while embracing him with both arms for a long time. Accompanied by Mother Sita and Lakshman, Lord Ramachandra then offered his respectful obeisances unto the learned Brahmanas and the elderly persons in the family, and all the citizens of Ayodhya offered their respectful obeisances unto the Lord. So we can see this meeting between Lord Ramachandra and Bharat. They are so ecstatic to meet each other. They're so happy to meet each other, embracing each other, and both of them crying out of tears of joy. Reminds how Gaur Nitai also, they met each other, were so ecstatic, also wetting each other with their tears. Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya, when they met. So, Dhunvata Uttara Sangan.
Dhunvanta Uttara Sangan
Chiragatam
पतिं वीक्ष्य चिरागतम्
उत्तराकोशलमाल्ये
उत्तराघोषलामल्ये
किरन्तो ननृतुर्मुदा.
किरन्तो नन्वृत्तुर्मुदा
The citizens of Ayodhya, upon seeing their king return after a long absence, offered him flower garlands, waved their upper cloths, and danced in great jubilation. So we can see everyone's happy that Lord Ram has come back. Paduke Bharato Grinaj.
पादुके भरतो गृह्ण च
Chamara Janotame.
चामरो भजनरोत्तमे
Vibhishana Sasugrivaha.
विभीषण शशुग्र गृहवः
Shweta Chatra Marutsutaha.
श्वेता च- चतरं मरुत्सुत
Dhanur Nishangan Chatruganaha.
धनुर्निशान्गन् शत्रुघ्ना
Sita Tita Kamandalum.
सीता सिद्धाखमण्डलुम्
Abhibrat Angada Khadgam.
अभिघ्रत अंगद खड्गम्
Hemam Charma Marksharan Ripa.
हेमं चर्मकशरन् नृप
O King Lord Bharat carried Lord Ramachandra's wooden shoes. Sugriva and Vibhishan carried a whisk and an excellent fan. Hanuman carried a white umbrella. Shatrughna carried a bow and two quivers. And Sita Devi carried a water pot filled with water from holy places. Angad carried a sword, and Jambavan, the king of the rickshaws, carried a golden shield. So now they are going to Ayodhya. Everyone's so happy. And what is Bharat carrying? Lord Bharat is carrying Lord Ram's wooden shoes. Sugriva and Vibhishan, they are carrying a whisk and a fan. Hanuman is carrying a white umbrella. Shatrughna, he has a bow and two quivers, and Sita Devi a pot filled with all the water from the holy rivers. Angad is carrying a sword, and Jambavan carrying a golden shield. Pushpakastonuta
पुष्पकस्तोनुत श्रितिभिः
स्तूयमानश्च वन्दिभिः
स्तूयमानश च वन्दिभिः
विरेजे भगवान् राजन्
वीरेचे भगवान् राजन्
ग्रहेश्चन्द्र इवोदिता.
गृहश्चिर्चन्द्र इवोदित
O King Parikshit, as the Lord sat on his airplane of flowers, with women offering him prayers and reciters chanting about his characteristics, he appeared like the moon with the stars and planets. It was very beautiful. Sukadev Goswami is describing this whole scene, and it is so beautiful. He appeared like the moon with the stars and planets. Pratrabhinandita sotha
भरतभिनन्दित शोथा
sotsavam pravishat purim.
सोत्स्वं पराविशत् पुरीम्
Pravashya Raja Bhavanam
प्रविश्य राजा भवनम्
Guru Patni Swamataram
गुरुपतिना स्वामातरम्
Guru Vyasyavaraj Guru
गुरून् वया
Vas
यवर
Vaya Vachan.
Gurun Vayavasha Rajan.
Pujita Pratyapujayat.
Pujita Pratya Pujiyat.
Vaidehi Lakshmanascheva.
Vedehi Lakshmanascheva.
Yathavat Samupetayu.
Yathavat Samupeyatu.
Thereafter, having been welcomed by his brother Bharat, Lord Ramachandra entered the city of Ayodhya in the midst of a festival. When he entered the palace, he offered obeisances to all the mothers, including Kekai and the other wives of Maharaj Dasharath, and especially his own mother Kaushalya. He also offered obeisances to the spiritual preceptors such as Vasishtha. Friends of his own age and younger friends worshipped him, and he returned their respectful obeisances, as did Lakshman and Mother Sita. In this way, they all entered the palace. So Lord Ramachandra, he's entering the palace with great pomp. All the great, everyone's so happy. There is like a festival going on, and now he's entering. He's paying obeisances to all his mothers, even to Kekai. He's not holding anything, or that you send me to the forest or something. No, no, he loves Kekai as he does his own mother Kaushalya. He's offering obeisances to Vashishta Muni, greeting his friends and younger friends. They worshipped him, and he returned the respectful obeisances, it is said. And so did Lakshman and Mother Sita. So being greeted so in such a wonderful, warm manner, now they are entering the palace. Putransva matrastastu pra,
Putrana Matrashatastu.
pranam stanva evotitham
Pranamastanva Ivotititha.
aropyanke bish, bishinchantyo
Aropayanke Bhishanchantyo.
bhashpoger vijahu shucha.
Vashvakar Vijahua Sucha.
Upon seeing their sons, the mothers of Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughna immediately arose like unconscious bodies returning to consciousness. The mothers placed their sons on their laps and bathed them with tears, thus relieving them of the grief of long separation. So the mothers were, of course, naturally missing their sons. It said they were like unconscious bodies. And now, when their sons have returned, they are happy. You know, they're happy that the sons are back. Jata nirmuchya vidivat
Yatani Muchya Viddivat.
kula vrite samam guru
Kula Vrithe Saman Guru.
abhyashinchad yathai vendram
Abhiyeshan Chad Yat Kevandrendram.
chatu sindhu jaladibi.
Chatu Shindhu Jaladibhi.
The family priest or spiritual master Vashisht had Lord Ramachandra cleanly shaved, freeing him from his matted locks of hair. Then, with the cooperation of the elderly members of the family, he performed the bathing ceremony, Abhishek, for Lord Ramachandra with the water of the four seas and with other substances, just as it was performed for King Indra. Now he's back. Now it's time for him to be coronated as the king. So Vashishta Muni, under his order, they've Lord Ram, because he had gone to the forest, he had matted his hair. So now they're cutting it, it's being cut. And so And then there's Abhishek ceremony going on for Lord Ram. Evam krita shirasnana
एवं कृता शिरस्नानं
suvasasragavi alankrita
वा सुवासाश्रवि अलङ्कृत
swalankrite suvasobhir
श्व अलङ्कृत सुवाशोभिर्
atrabi bharyaya bhabau.
भर्तिभिर्भयाया भावो
Or Ramachandra, fully bathed and his head clean shaven, dressed himself very nicely and was decorated with a garland and ornaments. Thus he shone brightly, surrounded by his brothers and wife, who were similarly dressed and ornamented. So the Abhishek is being done, he's been given the royal clothes, shining brightly with his brothers and his wife. They've also been given nice clothes to wear. Agrahid asanan pratra pranipatya prasaditaha.
अग्रहित आसनं भर्त्रा प्राणिपत्य प्रसादित
Prajaswadharma nirata
प्रजाश्वधर्मा निरता
varnashrama gunanvitaha
वर्णाश्रमा गुणान्विता
jugopa pitravad ramo
जुकोपा पितृवत रामो
menire pitaram chatam.
मिनरे पितृतं च तम्
Being pleased by the full surrender and submission of Lord Bharat, Lord Ramachandra then accepted the throne of the state. He cared for the citizens exactly like a father, and the citizens, being fully engaged in their occupational duties of Varna and Ashram, accepted him as their father. People are very fond of the pattern of Ram Rajya, and even today politicians sometimes form a party called Ram Rajya. But unfortunately, they have no obedience to Lord Rama. It is sometimes said that people want the kingdom of God without God. Such an aspiration, however, is never to be fulfilled. So, under Lord Ram's uh, rulership, under his ruling, the entire kingdom was so happy. Everyone was prosperous. Everyone was peaceful. Ram Rajya. That's why we always say, "Oh, Ram Rajya." Everyone wants to have Ram Rajya, a kingdom, a country ruled by Lord Ram. We want like that, but people don't want Lord Ram, but just want the kingdom. Such an aspiration, however, is never to be fulfilled. Good government can exist when the relationship between the citizens and the government is like that exemplified by Lord Ramachandra and his citizens. Lord Ramachandra ruled his kingdom exactly as a father takes care of his children, and the citizens, being obliged to the good government of Lord Ramachandra, accepted the Lord as their father. So he's taking care of the citizens as if they are his children. And then, so of course, naturally, they also want to do duty towards him as a child does towards the father. Thus, the relationship between the citizens and the government should be exactly like that between father and son. When the sons in a family are well trained, they are obedient to the father and mother. And when the father is well qualified, he takes good care of the children, as indicated here by the word Swadharma Nirata Varnashrama Gunanvita. The people were good citizens because they accepted the institution of Varna and Ashram, which arranges society in the Varna divisions of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, and the Ashram divisions of Brahmacharya, Grahasth, Vanaprasth, and Sannyas. This is actual human civilization. People must be trained according to the different Varnashram occupational duties. as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 4.13. Chaturvarnyam maya shrishtam guna karma vibhagasha. The four varnas must be established according to various qualities and work. The first principle for good government is that it must institute this varna sharma system. So the Vedic society was divided into the varnas and ashrams. And this varna and ashram is not by birth, but it is by the quality and the work, by the guna and the karma, the quality that one has, and by the work that one is more inclined to do and the karma that we have done. So, the purpose of Varnashrama is to enable people to become God conscious. Varnashrama Charvata Purushena Parapuman Vishnur Aradhyate. The entire Varnashrama scheme is intended to enable people to become Vaishnavas. Vishnur Asya Devata. So why is the Varnashrama system established? It is established by Krishna himself. And he's establishing it based on quality and work that one does so that people can be doing the work they're inclined to do and at the same time cultivate spiritual knowledge. And in this way, the entire society can be peaceful materially, at the same time advancing in spiritual knowledge. So Varna Sharma is like a stepping stone towards spiritual life. It helps one to cultivate spiritual life. So when people worship Lord Vishnu as the Supreme Lord, they become Vaishnavas. Thus, people should be trained to become Vaishnavas through the system of Varna and Ashram, as they were during the reign of Lord Ramachandra, when everyone was fully trained to follow the Varna Sharma principles. Prabhupada here is saying people should be trained to become Vaishnavas through the system of Varna and Ashram, as it was during the time of Lord Ramachandra. So some training is required, of course. And how to become a devotee, what principles to follow, what are the rules and regulations to follow. Otherwise, it becomes a nuisance to society. Okay, we still have, this is, okay, there's still one more paragraph.
Yeah, we can finish.
Can finish? Okay. Simply enforcing laws and ordinances cannot make the citizens obedient and lawful. That is impossible. Throughout the entire world, there are so many states, legislative assemblies, and parliaments, but still the citizens are rogues and thieves. Good citizenship, therefore, cannot be enforced. The citizens must be trained. So Prabhupada is saying, there's so much complex departments, politicians, parliaments, committees, legislative. There's so much going on. But yet, in spite of that, people are unhappy. We can see by the wars, by all the protests, it's it's not happening. So Prabhupada saying that good citizenship cannot be enforced. The citizens must be trained. Training should be given from the beginning of life. If we can be trained to lead a life based on principles of Bhagavad Gita, of Srimad Bhagavatam, then when person becomes contributing to society, he will know how to act. As there are schools and colleges to train students to become chemical engineers, lawyers, or specialists in many other departments of knowledge, there must be schools and colleges to train students to become Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, Brahmacharis, Grahasthas, Vanaprasthas, and Sannyasis. This will provide the preliminary condition for good citizenship. Varnashrama Gunanvita. Generally speaking, if the king or president is a Rajrishi, the relationship between the citizens and the chief executive will be clear, and there will be no possibility of disruption in the state. because the number of thieves and rogues will decrease. In Kali Yuga, however, because the Varnashrama system is neglected, people are generally thieves and rogues. In the system of democracy, such thieves and rogues naturally collect money from other thieves and rogues, and thus there is chaos in every government, and no one is happy. But here the example of good government is to be found in the reign of Lord Ramachandra. If people follow this example, there will be good government all over the world. So we can see that Prabhupada is actually concerned with the how the entire society, where the entire society is going. He's concerned. He always, we can see in his purports that he writes about the good government, about training being needed to to make the citizens to follow the principles of Bhagavad Gita, so that everybody can be happy, everybody can be peaceful, can prosper, and at the same time advance in spiritual knowledge. It's like how it is here in the reign of Lord Ramachandra. You can see each time Prabhupada in his purports will mention, whenever we see there was a good government in Vedic times, and then Prabhupada will point out that today's we can see that how today's society there is complete chaos because there's no training, there's no God consciousness in society. So you can see his compassionate here, that he's really concerned about everyone in general, about the society in general. Okay, any comments,
Yeah, Hare
questions?
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so like this Varna ashram, it means the four type of division, right?
Yeah, the four
Based on
varnas and the
based
four
on their
ashrams.
work,
Yeah,
like who
work.
is capable for what, and based on that, even it doesn't matter from where he belongs to, right?
That's right. Based on the
Okay.
quality one has
Mm-hmm.
and the work one is inclined to do.
Two.
Yeah,
Okay. And this was started from the era of Ramchandraji, right?
this is started by Krishna Varna Sharma.
But Krishna
This,
came later, right?
yeah,
After Ramachandra.
okay. So this Varna Sharma exists eternally in
Oh,
human
okay, okay.
society.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Okay, that's
because
why I
Krishna is
thought.
God, yeah.
Hmm.
Although we see Krishna's coming later, but Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He has created everything. So he
Mm.
also created the Varna Sharma.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
Ramchandra and Krishna both are same. The only difference, like Krishna came with his full incarnation, like all 16 qualities, like complete
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
Ramchandra, because he came for just teach Maryada Purushottam, like how to live and obey parents and take care of their kingdom or neighborhood, like that, right?
Yeah. That's right.
It's
There's no difference between Lord Rama and Lord
yeah.
Krishna. Yeah.
Mm. Okay,
Okay.
got it. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila
Jai,
Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur
Jai,
Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare
Jai.
Krishna.
Hare